secrets. So I can't help but wonder if it's Downey Jr., if it's Brad
Brad
Pitt.
Pitt.
They're famously in the AA LA circle.
Well, I don't blame Jax. This is a big day for him if he's getting a text every fucking day from Brad Pitt. But yeah, Jax, I don't trust this Jax. He's gonna slip up and say it's Brad or something at some point. Jax, remember the program. That's a big no-no. A big no-no
I think if Jax,
for
I
the
don't know,
AA program. You can't
Hollywood
reveal who it is.
changed so much, but I would think, look, I mean, I would say if he were to do that, he would be majorly on the outs with probably some very powerful A-list people. Like, I mean, Robert Downey Jr. now, right? Huge deal for Marvel. I mean,
Oh
not that he
yeah.
was ever going to star in a Marvel movie, but I mean, I think if he were to ever violate that or Brad Pitt, I think they still have a ton of pull in Hollywood. So I think,
Yeah. One day over here, where I live, we don't need to get into it because you say not to tell people my address, but it's where I'm near things, and like you're near like Paramount Studios or Warner Brothers or Netflix, one of those. So it's like I'm on a near a major. One day we go down, go down for the coffee. This is just like a couple months ago, and sitting in the lobby on the couches, Robert Downey Jr. I was like, what's happening here? And he had a meeting at,
felt him,
one of the,
recognize him immediately.
I didn't, but someone else is like, what the fuck is going on? That's Robert. I was like, well, okay, my eyes are closed because I need the fucking coffee.
How
Let me
can
go
you
back.
not? I go up to all these people. I could care less. I mean, if they're truly, eating, and I actually did that to Stevie Wonder, and then his bodyguard stood up and told me, Mr. Wonder is not speaking to people right now. I mean, he was mid-bite. I felt rude about that. How did you not go? I would have been like, I'm in love with you.
Well, I've been out with you where you go up to people. Sometimes like, look, if it were Cher, I would have gone up, I mean, we all have our people. By the way, I have a major announcement. I'm not entering the AA program, but I have officially declared on one of my shows a couple days ago that I will be having one martini, and for my second drink, I'm now doing a sparkling water with a splash of crayon and a lime, like a ras lime. I went out to Maria in Beverly Hills, by the way, on the other night. Phenomenal restaurant. I live near the one in New York, so I was like, I gotta try this one. Listen, I had two martinis. Okay, fine. I did have an espresso
Or
martini afterwards somewhere else. So I did have three drinks. But even taking the third drink out of it, just from the two drinks, I'm not even kidding you. I cannot tell you what the next day was. And then the day after that, we had some residual. I'm actually, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm done. One drink, and then I'm still gonna have the one martini for now. And then I don't drink cranberry. So I'm gonna make cranberry. I'm gonna do like Pavlov's dog. I'm gonna condition the taste of cranberry to be something fabulous about being out. The same way vodka is. And I will only drink it when I'm out. And my second drink, sparkling water with cranberry and a lime.
I know it's so rough, isn't it?
I'm done.
Is it you really get the hangovers, huh? You really
It's not like debilitating, but it's like the amount of work I did the next day. I mean, if I work like that, guys, this podcast would be closed. It would be closed. I would be like Vicky Gumbelson's podcast or Teresa's or something like that. Nobody would be listening here. I'd be like, I don't know. The amount of work I did the next day and the day after was so disgusting, so limited. It's not worth it.
look, I mean, I hear you. And the thing that keeps me the thing I'm worried about is because I mean, this won't even happen till I'm 70 because at this rate, but my kid, my 4-year-old son is the one that keeps me from like I all I have to do is look and think about. I mean, he is a 6 a.m. alarm clock that wants to play up, go to school. So I just have that as like I have to have one glass of wine and I'm done. Sometimes I can do one and a half, like I can split a second glass, but that's it. I know exactly the feeling. And the thing is like then if you go hard and have four drinks, to me, it's 2 days of recovery now. It's like you can't give that up.
Speaking of running into people and going up to them, I had a Denise Richards run in again this weekend, or not this weekend, but the other weekend.
Nice. Where
No,
were you?
Well, listen, this was the 40th anniversary for the Breakfast Club, and it was the first time in history, or as RuPaul says, herstory, that the entire cast reunited. Emilio Estevez is never there with Molly and Allie, and so this was the only time. So I was in Chicago for 24 hours to partake in that. And Miss Richards was there. And look, not that she's going to tell me anything, but she doesn't seem to know about season two. I mean, look, she could know, and what is she gonna do? Say, yeah, kid, Behind the Velvet Rope season two is greenlit, and go on the air with Sarah Fraser and announce it to everyone before Bravo and Andy and Alex Bass can give me permission. But I'm good about like just reading the. It didn't seem like she knew for sure, but I told her. I'm sure it's gonna like you better make this happen because that shit was just so good. That Denise Richards. Right?
So good. It was. I tuned in a couple times, and like I said, Charlie Sheen is such an odd duck to me. I was like, oh, weird. I can imagine that would be very hard for him to be your dad, let alone married to him. But she,
Sammy doesn't speak to him anymore, she revealed.
no, she just did a TikTok too, where people were like, "Why don't you speak to your dad?" And then it was a clip of him talking about drugs, and basically she was like, "This is why, like, he's completely out of his mind." And but it was interesting that show did reveal, I think Denise is like obsessed with Charlie. Like, I think for Denise,
Yes.
where it was like old school Hollywood, and Charlie Sheen, if you have to remember, because I just don't feel like movie stars are that big anymore. I mean, you have Timothy Chalamet, you have who else is like really, and maybe Emily
Timothy Chalamet is just I'm a fan.
Timothy Chalamet. I mean, you just have a
Cute.
few people that are movie stars now, but not like what you did. I'm talking 15 years ago, 20 years ago when Charlie Sheen was like, I mean, Charlie Sheen couldn't walk outside, So to me, Denise, I thought that show really revealed that Denise was like so obsessed with him and obsessed with the Sheen family. Obviously, Charlie Sheen's father's uber famous, his brother, Emilio Estevez. So I don't know. But the show itself, I mean,
You didn't love it, it sounds like.
I didn't hate it though. I didn't hate it. There's a lot of great reality shows coming out. First of all, Thousand Pound Sisters is back. I know you're not
Hmm.
interested.
Well, I mean, they
But
lost a lot of weight.
Tammy Slayton's lost like 300 pounds. She's a lesbian now. She's getting married. Amy's been arrested. I mean, they got juicy stuff. We're getting that poly family, which is these two couples that swap and all live together. I mean, we're getting some good reality shows. The Baldwin started strong, although I hated it at the end. It was so boring. I don't know. Maybe I say it gets a second season though. I think they're going to give it another go. I think Denise Richards and her Wild Things has a couple seasons in it.
I think so too. I'm so glad you like the Valley. I mean, we need something good. I'm glad you're going to be watching. And look, this is all Bravo's plan. Space out the housewives. I mean, we only have Atlanta. Now, we do have a little crumb that dropped on the Bravo website of the Miami ladies blacked out dancing. Miami's next, and that's going to be it. It's just like,
Well, I have some tea on RHOC.
tell me.
I can't. I gotta save it for the live show.
Oh, the Bellino stuff. And this is what, like what we can expect next season? Something going on?
Yeah, and probably something about when you're gonna see next season. So
Okay, well, this is for the live show. You're gonna reveal it?
yes, of course.
Because I'm thinking, I mean, if we have Atlanta now and then Miami is coming in June and they'll overlap for a minute and then it will just be Miami. When Miami ends, look, after Miami, there's no mystery here. The only thing coming is the